Archaic hike through Starry, Texas canyons. Tonight we'll be hiking through an ancient Texas canyon formed over millions of years ago by the flow of the Pecos River into the Rio Grande. Settle your mind, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and relax your body. Feel yourself sink into the softness of your bed and let your mind fall steady as we explore archaic Indian rock art, hike through deep canyons, and fall asleep under a blanket of star-filled skies. Driving down long Texas country roads lined with towering mountain monoliths, we leave our windows down to breathe in the crisp morning air. Hair dancing in the wind like deep melodic chords moving through our veins, our food and drinks tinker wildly behind us as we embark on our first road adventure together. Play your mushroom miracle stories through the radio, intrigued by their healing powers as we sit in silence and coast through old dusty roads. Butterflies lightly kiss our stomachs and then emerge before our eyes. A giant mariposa migration suddenly swirls around our camper van. We float through a God-painted sunrise, sprinkled with bright orange and black patterned wings flapping as fast as possible. These monarchs en route to overwinter catch us in a state of hypnosis. Some flying as far as 3,000 miles just to reach their next home for a long winter stay. Healthy and nourished, they fly towards La Sierra Madre, their collective hibernating forest. Here, they'll cluster and cling to the trunks of tall fir trees. Like raindrops, they'll roost along the mountain slopes, warm and safe from the winter breeze. We continue our journey as we bid farewell to our migrating milkweeds. El Mirador, La Amistad, La Chuparrosa, we pass through unknown lands once inhabited by indigenous tribal knowledge, cave dwellers and storytellers leaving secrets and codes along these ancient mountain roads rising from the Chihuahuan Desert. We swerve and we veer in our little camper van. No cierres tus ojos porque ya casi llegamos. You nudge me slightly to stay awake. Our state park appears in the distance, formed peacefully along the U.S.-Mexico border. We jump out of our van, eager to begin our hike through these archaic canyon lands. The sweet, earthy smell of rain on asphalt fills our noses. Sun rays pierce through the muggy clouds. We grab our waters, lather our skin in sunscreen, and race each other to the entrance. Two copperheads hidden in a nearby bush slither their tongues as we peel our eyes at the dusty canyon before us. We stare into their beady black eyes, intrigued by their coiled, sleek bodies. The lady at the entrance gives us our tickets and cautiously warns with her thick Texan drawl, "Don't take the scenic route because it's 12:30. But we mistakenly take that long and scenic route, offering little shade but wild views of the running Rio Grande riverbed. These majestic mountains soaring above our heads are striped with pink, tan, and orange limestone cliffs, alternating cake layers of clay and limestone from the ancient ocean flows. Each layer a story of 1,000-year-old seas flooding and eroding these desert-formed canyons. We peer into wild caves once inhabited by Indian Seminole tribes, runaways and refugees from their native Florida tides. Hungry hawks fly above us as searching for their next meal to devour. There's no one else around, not a single soul but you and I among these canyon towers. Leading our feet through stone and rubble once treaded on by mammoths and the earliest of humans thousands of years ago, we hike through swerving rocky trails. Sun kissing our golden skin, our excitement builds, awaiting the ancient art-filled caves. You pull me to the side of a cliff, we peer down this 1,000-foot canyon, and you yell a silly slur into the wide, open void. Valleys carry your piercing howl, and the canyon laughingly throws it back. Excitement fills our hearts as we walk towards the oldest rock art in North America, dating back to the beginnings of human habitation, 10,000 years before our time. These archaic rock paintings etched into the Pecos River canyon walls represent deep symbolism of life stories, experiences from the other side, human and animal figures, a leaping panther and a black hole, telling eerie stories of dark portals into the other world and peyote-filled shamanic journeys into the land of the dead. Their exact meaning and story buried forever into these walls with its artist's secrets. We sit and stare and wonder, fascinated by these paintings' antiquity. Whispers of the walls share what life was like for ancient man originally. Vámonos, que ya casi se oscurece, I whisper in your ear, racing the sun before it makes its way down beyond the canyon. We begin our hike back. Hot, tired, and thirsty, we walk in silence, revealing what's real and listening to only the earth's poems around us. A cool wind licks our salty skin, God blowing his refreshing, life-giving spirit into us to keep going. Suddenly we hear a rustling to our west. A large herd of wild goats. They peek their heads up as they hear our crunchy footsteps. Grazing and enjoying their afternoon snack, we playfully run towards them, and they timidly scamper off. Hundreds of hooves clopping on the dry rubble beneath them, they disappear in the distance in search of their next desert meal. Finally, we make it back to our van and head out to find our sleepy spot for the night. A small oasis in the middle of a cactus-filled desert along a sleepy river inlet is what we both find ideal. The temperature drops to a cool lick on our skin. You grab my hand and lead me up the mountain ridge just beyond our camping spot. With little energy from a full day of hiking, we push ourselves for one last evening climb. Just in time for our blood orange and pink streaked sunset spectacle beyond the river's edge. We reach the top of the hill and sit intertwined as our eyes take in the rich colors dancing in the sky against the bright green cacti and deep blue hues of the river. Clouds move slowly to the beat of the earth's rhythm as the sunset hues, pink, orange, and purple tints lace through these fluffy white pillows. A great white heron with its long white plumes flies overhead and sheds an immaculate white feather. You jump up and catch it just before it hits the ground. On your knees, you kneel to gift it to me, playfully channeling your inner indigenous. You deepen your voice, looking up at me, and say, "For you, my seminal gift of promise." I place it behind my ear and give a cheerful twirl, playing along as a Seminole princess being courted by her fierce Seminole scout. Una aventura más, I smile, hoping you have one last wind in you to cap the evening with a dip in the river for a short, watery hangout. I grab your hand and lead us down the prickly cactus-lined hillside towards the water's edge. We run wildly into the river, letting the warm water embrace our skin and tired legs. Looking at each other, we both slowly descend into the river. The lazy ripples grip our skin as we go deeper, allowing the water to envelop our entire bodies. We hold our breath and slowly immerse ourselves deeper and deeper into the depths of this life-giving river until we are completely submerged. Our limbs and hair dance freely around us. In the silence of this underwater world, we listen to our hearts and tap into our inner calmness. Aware that we are completely surrounded by His presence, we thank God for all that He has graced our eyes and hearts with today, His beauty's natural essence. Understanding that this perfect day is a tiny reflection of the heaven we are invited to pursue. The healing power of creation is as vast as the canyons we walked and as deep as the ocean that this river flows into. A gentle reminder that no matter how large the sorrow or the pain, our Creator's love for us is much deeper, ever greater. river's fresh, dewy scent lifts up all around us as the sleepy sun begins to set fast beyond the water's edge. We continue to carry this light within us. A calming spirit floods our bodies and inner peace flows throughout. Heading back to our campsite, we search for firewood to keep us warm and safe before the sky blackens out. The world around us fades, not a soul in sight. We once again embrace this space all to ourselves. We grab as much firewood as our tired limbs can carry and begin to build our cozy fire near our campsite. The temperature drops again and we gather closer to our flaming firelight under the stars beginning to peek out. Our hungry stomachs rumble as we wait for our food to carefully heat over our tall, flickering flames like tongues of fire burning with golden glows. The smell of burning wood and embers and char-grilled veggies fill our noses and hungry bellies. Darkness envelops our little campsite, but the full moon shines brightly above. Our time in this limestone playground and warm river currents comes to an end. But the light show above is only about to begin. The cosmos dance and glisten, giving birth to a stardust show. Clusters of stars form all sorts of figures and constellations aglow with electric light streaking through the black sky. Campfire shadow silhouettes dance against the water's edge and slowly fall away, melting all of our worries we left back home to stay. Although we are surrounded by a sense of darkness above us, we feel a freedom blooming like these starry bursts taking on their own life form inside us. We gather our sleeping bags, blankets, and all the pillows to keep us safe and warm. And we set up our moonlight cloud bed on the roof of our little van along our sleepy river. Tired and sore, we nestle our heads into each other and begin to take in the star-filled sky above us like a galactic movie unraveling before our eyes. Covered under a blanket of stars from one edge of the water to the other, I think of how our fellow Seminoles looked up at this starry sky spectacle every single night. The whispers of the river turn our van into a big floating boat through the calm ripples under our blanket of cosmo lights. The sky is crystal clear, not a single cloud. The Milky Way dazzles bright, mesmerizing us with its mysterious wonders. We spot Orion's belt and the North Star, shining brighter than we've ever seen it. Fleeting moments of bright, shooting stars paint the twinkling sky. This is the clearest and brightest sky of starry splendor we've both ever witnessed. Resisting the urge to shut our eyes to this divine display, our lids finally fall heavy. Taking our blanket of stars and rock-painted caves into our sleepy scenes. Cuddled warm on our rooftop bed, listening to the sound of the lapping water hitting the edge of the bank. We drift deeper and deeper into our dreams. This twinkling dome above us is just a glimpse of our earthly curtain to what lies beyond. loving energy pierces our hearts as we both drift into wild and peaceful dreams, knowing that we're free because we have loved deeply and forgiven graciously. We finally fall deep into our dreams, hearts overwhelmed with the beauty and the love we lived today in nature's universal tonic. Archaic, story-filled canyons and dazzling, star-glittered skies we shared together, purely platonic. We dream of the infinite glory, shining beyond with heaven lighting the way to a world unknown. How deep an angelic, peaceful sleep, a work of art begins to form. Our own starry canvas, awakening our eternal ascension on earth as it is in heaven.